Today I have a special guest known as Raider X. He's a really awesome guitar player, beautiful collection, and we're gonna learn a lot about his story. So if you guys are new, make sure to hit subscribe and go check out Raider X's
Yeah.
channel because he's awesome.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, that's cool, dude.
No
Cool.
problem. So you want to talk a little bit about yourself for a bit, or?
Yeah, sure. Well, Ray Rex, play guitar. I've been working on my own stuff for like, gosh, 10 years now. It's been a while. Used to be in bands. Kind of just gave up on it after doing it a bunch of times and just started kind of doing my own thing. So I kind of worked on my album Miasma. Got that done. And then we ended up just having some changes happen in our lives and kind of stepped away from the music stuff for a little bit and decided to kind of come back in the last year. But I mean, behind the scenes, I've been playing the whole time. I just haven't been online at all ever. So it's all kind of new to me. Honestly, man, we're just kind of on here having fun and trying to just spread the word, I guess, and see what happens. You know, I've got a lot of new music I'm working on right now. And having a ton of fun playing covers, man. It's been a ton of fun.
Yeah, your Hangar 18 cover is incredible.
Thank you, dude. Yeah. So we used to play covers all the time a long time ago in the bands I was in. All those songs that I've been playing. Honestly, some of them we didn't actually play too, like Dyer's Eve's the new one I'm working on. So some of them are a little challenging. So it's like I actually have to learn them. But some of them it's like relearning, right? And so that's definitely one of them that's relearning. But then as you kind of grow as a player, you'll kind of go through these phases where like you'll relearn a song that like you kind of just haven't played in a long time, and you'll just get so much better at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that's kind of what I feel like is going on. Like I'm relearning these songs, but then at the same time, I'm getting better. I feel like than I was at them before, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because it sits in your head, and like you're like, oh wait, I remember this, and you can only improve off it.
Yeah, and the muscle memory is crazy too, because sometimes you'll just be like, oh yeah, you're just like the muscle memory starts coming back, you know. So
yeah, and then you're like, oh, I got this now. I'm locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, man? I'm gonna grab my water quick if you don't mind. All right.
Oh yeah, sure. For me, well, I play guitar, Iron Maiden covers, as everyone knows, from the channel. I'm 18 from Canada,
Yeah, the
and
coast.
yeah, I am working on my own original stuff too, and yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I really like watching the Iron Maiden stuff, man. Because I honestly I don't know really a ton about them, so I hope that doesn't like super disappoint you. But that's what I
No,
think
it
is
doesn't.
really cool
It
about it
doesn't.
because I don't know all the songs. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
it's all kind of new to me. So
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard obviously all the big hits. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Number of the Beast,
But when you
Trooper.
start playing like the deep cuts, it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Never heard this one
Yeah.
before. You know, so
Exactly.
yeah, it's always cool. But yeah, it's just fun too. And you know, like you said, man, it's community, man. We got to help each other out. So just try to get on here and watch people too, and see what's going on. And I don't know, it's all new to me, man. Like I said, we've only been out here for like the last few months, just kind of seeing what's going on. So it's been fun though.
Oh yeah, it's always awesome to start. For me, like it was an interesting start. I never would have thought I'd end up here and doing it all online. It's been super fun. So
Yeah. What's going
yeah.
on in the chat, man?
Oh yeah. Well, they're talking about your V guitars, which leads me on to ask, what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite V?
I do. It's I mean, I guess I have like a favorite, and then I have like my real favorite, I guess. So like the favorite one is like for my for one of my birthdays, my wife got me a copy of my favorite guitar that she tracked down on Reverb like 3 years ago now.
Really?
That's this one. It's a Karina King V. But the reason I say it's my favorite, but also kind of not my favorite one, is because I don't play it because she got it for me. It's in mint condition, and I just I have a really hard time playing it because I know I'm going to beat the crap out of it.
Yeah.
And so I was taking my ring off to play it for a while, and I'd keep leaving it like wherever I'd set it. And so I bought this necklace to wear so that I wouldn't lose it when I take it off. But then I don't know. I got in the habit where I could just be on here then, and I'd be like next morning wake up, shit. So I don't know. I don't like doing that, man. So I don't. It's just kind of chilling for now.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's one of those guitars. It's too pricey.
But I have one exactly like it. I've actually got all the strings off it because I've gonna fix the trem on it a little bit because the trem's got a few issues. But it's identical to that one. It's just beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how about you, man? What's your favorite one? That Red Kelly, I bet?
Yeah, the Red Kelly is definitely my favorite. With a few adjustments I've done to it. The only things I've changed are, the knobs, really. This is an original Ibanez Destroyer from the 80s knob.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. And then we got a normal Ibanez grip knob and gold whammy, some gold screws.
Yeah.
And then this, just to draw inspiration from Adrian Smith from Iron Maiden.
Sick,
I thought it was a cool contrast. Yeah.
Those are really sick.
Oh, yeah. Did you have like a guitar hero growing up? Like someone that you always looked up to? That was like the big guy for you?
Yeah, I think it changed over time. I think like at first it was like Hendrix. Like, right out of the gate, I was like, oh yeah. That's what was put in my face though at the time. So, I really loved Hendrix. And then trying to play that right away was like really frustrating and challenging.
I bet. It's like first song Voodoo Child.
Not very good, right?
Yeah.
And then I got into like punk music, a lot of punk music for a little bit. Was really big into Sex Pistols for a while.
Okay.
And then I got into everybody played a little Nirvana back in the day. Much as I know you're gonna hate that, man. I know you're gonna hate that, but
Nerdvana. Yup.
Definitely played some Nirvana. Little Green Day.
We all did.
Little Green Day in there, I think, for a little bit. That was kind of short. Little Rage Against the Machine for a little bit.
Okay.
But then, like, really got into like old metal. Started to listen to like Metallica and Megadeth from the '80s, and just really started to get into that. And I kind of grew up in the middle of the nowhere, like in the U.S. here, so like really, really small town, and so like there wasn't like a lot of like I don't know what you'd call like saturation of all different types of like music like you can get now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, the periphery on what like was out there was very limited. How about that?
Yeah, I guess because depending on what you wrote and what kind of reach it had, right? Because like back then, music from all over the world.
So you had to be pretty big to make it to the small town middle of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, Metallica, Megadeth, Ozzy. I really got into Randy Rhoads for a long time. Definitely a big Randy Rhoads fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, love Randy Rhoads. Obviously, Dimebag, love Dimebag. I got to see him like 6 months before he got shot, so I was really glad I got to at least see him one time.
Wow,
that was pretty cool. And it was in a damage plan. So what was really cool about that is it was like this really, really small club in Wisconsin here where I'm at. And it's like a club that I think is like maybe 5,000 people, 10,000 people. So like not like super huge, right?
Yeah.
But like after the show, they just had like a table. Like, and if you waited in line, you got to go up and meet him. So we waited like 45 minutes, got to meet him and Vinny. It was super cool, man. And it's just like a quick 30-second, hey, move on down the line kind of thing. But it, super memorable, and it was just really cool. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Van Halen too. Love Van Halen, man. I'm sure you love Van Halen too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I like the one show where he had the power drill and he went wee on the pickups.
Yeah, isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
I can have this one.
Yeah. So
what happened with the old one?
Mom has it. Sorry, my mom was wondering about the new backpack. I got a new backpack today from the music store I'm working at because my old one fell apart. It's a ESP backpack. It's looks like a collector's item of some kind apparently, but
Oh, that's cool, dude.
yeah, it's really awesome. I really like it. Yeah, it's a nice bag. It's pretty big and it fits everything I need. So
Yeah, man, that's awesome. That's awesome.
my mom's inspecting the bag right now as we speak. You
So you
like
got
it?
a couple other axes you've been busting out now and then I've seen, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I have the black guitar right here behind me.
Nice.
No, Raider X. So this is the black guitar, and then I have the brown one on that wall there.
Nice.
My brother said he doesn't want to be on the frame. Griffin. Slowly turning. I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. But yeah. And the one I'm building, of course.
Sure.
But yeah.
How's that going, dude?
It's going really well. You're right. I actually have it with me. What I've been doing with it, I actually have all the parts for it. We just
Yeah.
gotta finish painting. And I'm kind of thinking since I kind of screwed up with the saw, I could just like put some chips in it, make it look relict or distressed.
Wow, dude, that looks really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
Nice,
It's
man.
really comfy too, and the cutout is perfect for the frets. So
So did you have like some templates you used to like route it all out or what?
well, only for this. This is a Randy Rhoads scale here,
Yeah, yeah.
and the body I made myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just meant like the pickups and the Floyd spot there. Nice.
Yeah, I could never do that by hand. That's holy cow.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
No, that's when you're gonna just throw that like fender neck on there, huh?
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. And then I just cut it off a little bit. Just
Oh, I
little,
see. I see. You're
yeah.
gonna cut that out? That the
Um,
marker part or no?
no, actually, I'm gonna keep that. It's just a cool little underline.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
maybe you
actually a
should.
sanding line because I'm gonna sand it.
Maybe you should, man.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. But then it wouldn't sit on a stand very well.
That's true. That's true.
Sorry about that.
Unless
I'm
you
a
got
little.
one of those ones that grabs like down low. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
That
that
is
would be cool.
that is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. My let's see. Here's a really old one I got that's pretty cool. It's a fun one to show. This is my Franken-Roads.
Oh, that's sick.
This is an old '90s Jackson Performer, super cheap,
Wow.
couple $100, like brand new. They're a couple $100, right? Made in China or somewhere. Used to be black. I sanded this thing down like 3 times and repainted it. And
Wow, wait, you did that painting?
I did not do this one. I did a bunch of other ones on it before it got to this. I had like black and yellow circles on it, and then right in the center was the nuclear radiation symbol. So it's kind of like a cool clash between like Zakk Wylde and Megadeth was kind of the idea at the time,
Yeah.
but on a Rhodes guitar. So I thought it was kind of a cool idea. Um, it didn't turn out that great, but I kept it that way for a while. And then I tried to get it stripped, and I got really frustrated trying to strip it. And so I just like threw
Yeah.
it in my garage for like several years. And then one of my friends asked if he could throw it all back together for me. And I was like, man, I don't know if that thing's even going to come back together, dude. You go ahead and try. But he did. He got it all back together. Got some tuners on it. He cut this nut for it. Got that on. I think he
Wow.
did. He might have done some fret work. I'm not sure. But then he did this paint job on it because I said, you know, it'd be really cool, man, is if it had the Frankenstrat paint on the Randy Rhoads. And then we did like a decoy, right? It's got this single coil decoy. It doesn't do anything.
Okay.
And then we put this pod in upside down with a drop on and these wires just kind of leading in here to also just kind of be like, what the hell is that kind of thing, you know?
That's so cool.
because that was kind of the point of like Eddie's guitars. Like, some people are like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. I could really see the care and effort that you put into that. That's super unique.
Yeah,
I
and
have
the
great respect for that.
kill switch too. But then this
Yes.
single volume, and it's a this is a Black Winter, so it's actually
Okay.
pretty screaming.
Yeah.
Pretty high output ceramic. Yeah, but it's pretty cool.
Wow. That's
This is
awesome.
the second guitar I ever had.
Ooh, wait, which one's the first that you ever owned? Like, do you have your first guitar still?
I do, but I
Ooh.
only recently got it back, and it's kind of not technically mine. But so in order to get that guitar, I gave my first guitar to my dad, and we made a deal because my first guitar is actually a Fender Strat.
Yeah.
I wanted something with humbuckers that just, because as I just changed as a player, I just wanted a more metal guitar, right? And
Yeah.
so I made the deal that I'd give him my Fender Strat, and he'd get me, this guitar I wanted. And we get there, and that's the one I wanted. So, anyways, flash forward like 20 years or something. He just brought it over here, like, I don't know, a few months ago to have me change the strings on it. And I told him, I've been telling him, I'm like, if you bring that guitar over, I'm like, it might just disappear forever. He's like, he always looks at me like, huh? Like, what do you mean?
It's gonna be mine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So then he finally did, and it's been a few months now. I've just got it tucked away under my workbench over there in the case.
Oh boy. He's like, it's not coming back. That's mine now.
I don't even play it. Yeah, it's just sitting there. But he put a ton of like new upgrades on it. So
Oh,
it's
that's
just a
awesome.
black Strat with like a white pick guard. It's like
Yeah. I
nothing special, but
mean, it's special to you. If
yeah,
you're
he's
willing to
got
steal it
like
from your dad.
a red Tortex on it or something.
Yeah.
As the pick guard and different pickups in it. So I'm sure the pickups are probably better than whatever was stock, but I could pass on the red pick guard.
Yeah. Yeah, red pickguards are kind of weird for me. I don't know. Like, I feel like pickguards either gotta be black or white or non-existent for me. I don't know.
Well, for the all black Strat, yeah, it's like it was always black and white to me. So now it's like black and red. And it's just weird. So
Yeah.
I can track one of those down. It's one of those things where it's like, it can just sit in the case for now.
Yeah. I got my first guitar still. Um, Here's my first guitar. It's a mini Strat.
Oh man, look at that!
Oh yeah,
Got the
it's a
stickers
tiny
still.
one.
I love it.
Oh yeah, I've worn them out.
So that's a funny story too. Is my that Strat I had stickers all over it. And I had to take them all off before my dad would accept it.
Oh boy, that would have been a nightmare. As you can see, I tried to take it off, but it wouldn't come off.
Yeah,
And
I totally jacked the paint up doing that too.
oh yeah, no, like the scuffs on this.
That's cool, man. How does that play? Not too shabby.
Well, it's
Yeah,
missing a string, and the tuning peg is this that I made myself.
a
Pocket
Lego.
tab and Lego. Yeah, but it works, which is impressive.
That's nice.
Yeah, I love this thing to bits. It's always a reminder of where I started. You know.
That's how I kind of feel about this the Franken-Roads.
Yeah.
And
I
surprisingly, it plays pretty well for sitting in my garage up here for several years. In
yeah.
pieces, I'm surprised like that it plays as well as it does because I just figured it was after being out in the elements. You know what I mean? I just figured it was trash after a few
Yeah.
seasons. But little do
Well,
I know,
guitars are indestructible. Let's be real here. You
I
could drop
guess,
it
yeah,
off a cliff and tape it back together and it'll be fine.
yeah, I guess, yeah. So what? You got a new amp, right? Tell us about the new amp, man.
Ooh, okay, so I got this Catalyst. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, I've never heard of Catalyst, dude.
So this is a 200-watt amplifier,
Mm-hmm.
and basically, just to
That's
make things
loud.
easy,
What's it got in it? 210s or 12 or?
let me show you.
Oh, nice. 210s.
I believe so. I don't really know for sure, but and then here we have a way to select how much power it's going to use. So I like to keep it at 100 because 200 kind of like kills you.
Yeah.
And then we got the amp settings that I wasn't supposed to leak, but here we go. These are my normal amp settings.
Whatever.
Yeah, well, now everyone knows the tone I get.
Oh man.
It's over.
You use pedals?
I actually the only pedal I use is this one.
What is that?
Just
This
switch
channel?
channel, so I have a clean channel and a non-clean. With my old setup, I used to use this monster of a pedal, Zoom GX3N.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I don't use it anymore because I got this thing and that has all this in one. So
The amp does?
yeah, it is wild. It has so many different things, and it's really cheap too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, this dude says it's a Line 6, huh? Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you can like hook it up to your computer?
Yes, you can actually. You can hook this up to anything. It's insane.
I mean, like to do like all that advanced editing and stuff. Like, is there like a software for it?
There should be a software. Yeah, I talked about it. The
That's
original
cool.
design built effects. Hold up, let's see.
Yeah, that's cool. It gets really complicated. I gotta say that, man. But it is cool.
Oh yeah, no.
I used to have a Blue Voodoo, and I was using a pedal like that to push like really really deep bass through it. Like it just crushed the tube in my ear.
Oh boy. Yeah, I've never had a tube amp. What are some of the good things about a tube amp?
Really loud, I guess.
Is there not really much of a difference other than the price?
No, there is a difference. Like there definitely is. Like there's more like, here's the thing. I'm always playing through a half stack. So like my comparison is what I have for solid state is a 2x10, probably similar to what you have there, except for solid state, I think it's only like 25 watts. It's not anywhere near the 200, right?
Yeah.
It could maybe play with drums, but if you threw bass in there, you probably wouldn't hear it.
Yeah. This
But
thing's
it's
perfect.
compared to like my half stacks, like it just doesn't have the bass behind it, but that could be like a function of the fact that I'm just playing it through 210s versus like a half stack.
Yeah.
But I think there's just like more warmth, I guess, is one thing I notice. I'll say that. Just more warmth in the sound.
What about clarity?
I don't know that there's much of a difference, I guess, to me. You'd almost say maybe the solid state's a little clearer, but maybe it's just because it's more right in my face.
That's fair. Yeah.
But I run like the gain maxed out. So like the tone's kind of the tone either way on either one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Totally, man. So what other stuff you get into besides Iron Maiden, man? It can't just be all Iron Maiden.
Well, I only play Iron Maiden on guitar, but I listen to Symphony X.
Okay.
I listen to Megadeth.
Nice.
I listen to.
I love Megadeth.
Oh yeah. I like to call you the official Megadeth guy. That's what I call you. Whenever someone's like Megadeth, I say go to Raider.
So what's your favorite Megadeth album, out of curiosity?
Album's gotta be. I know it's overrated, but probably Rust in Peace, just because of Hangar 18.
Right. Yeah. No, Rust in Peace is sick, dude.
Yeah.
Totally sick.
I'm working on
listening. I'd probably put that right up there, but I'll go with So Far So Good So What, just because like it has a lot of nostalgia with me. It's like the first one I had, and I just really loved a lot of those jams on that album. Especially because like I said, I was super into like punk music too, and like they did the cover of Anarchy in the UK, and that was one that like really drew me to them. So I was like, oh, this is cool. And I was like, oh, the rest of this is really cool too. What else do they have?
It's always like one of those things that you always discover like from your interest, and then you discover something that's like really cool based on your interest, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I think that one was my brother was in a band, and his one of his guitar players brought like a CD over, let me copy it on tape. I think at the time, he's like, "Here, listen to this, man."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Countdown to
Hours.
Extinction is Stairway's favorite, it looks like.
What do you say?
Countdown to Extinction is his favorite, Stairway says.
And Dark. Oh, we got Misery on here. How's it going, man? It's awesome.
Oh, wait, I know Misery. I've seen him here before.
He's super sick, dude.
Yeah.
Darkest Hour. It's one of my best songs. One of their best songs. Yeah, dude, totally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is such a sick jam.
I agree.
First, like 4 songs off that album, just ripping whole time. But that's Megadeth, I guess. A little different from Metallica. Ripping in a different way.
The best thing Metallica ever released was Dave Mustaine, as the memes would say. You know that meme?
Yeah.
I love that meme.
Maybe it's or maybe the bass player too. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine though if he was still in the band? It'd be kind of crazy.
I feel like he was a good bass player, though.
I don't know. I do have one album actually, a live album. It's called Night of the Rivet Heads.
I haven't heard much Metallica live.
It's from like 1981, dude. So it's got Dave Mustaine and Rob McGovney in it with Lars and James.
Okay. So
Here,
that magical lineup is magic.
Right over here. I've got it sitting on my desk. Hold on.
It's awesome. I got some Iron Maiden vinyl myself. Flips and Trips, really cool, hello.
Dude. It's cool to hear, just to hear how different it is.
Oh, wow. It's like on an actual CD. That's awesome.
Yeah. Got this from like a bootleg store like an hour from my house.
That's awesome.
You know, like the biggest city was like an hour away.
Wow.
Yeah, Binge and Purge is sick misery. I got to agree, dude. I think like that's got to be. I hope you don't get mad, but I do got to put the Randy Rhoads tribute just above that in terms of the best live album ever, man. But then we can go Binge and Purge.
I haven't heard either of those.
Really?
Yeah,
you got to check out Tribute, dude, because you probably listened to Randy Rhoads a ton, right?
I'm actually on my metal arc. Like I've only listened to Iron Maiden. I'm expanding more. I'm just starting to expand out of it.
Okay. What else did you get into then besides metal?
I like a bit Aerosmith.
Nice.
I liked Metallica. I did like AC/DC a bit. And then everything else was just like a whole mix of random stuff, like some slow rock, like a bit of like Led Zeppelin here and there.
Yeah, for sure. Totally.
Yeah.
You kind of get into like Zeppelin and Clapton and all those Pink Floyds and
yeah,
it's like a whole like era of like cool music to listen to.
Yeah, and then boom, Iron Maiden came on Spotify. I was like, I'm never listening to anything else ever again.
You know what's crazy, man? It's like there wasn't. I think because it was such a small town, like I didn't know anybody that even listened to Iron Maiden growing up.
Yeah,
it was just kind of like a very like like you heard about them, but no one was like listening to them. At least in my little, look. Like I said, my town was like maybe 1,000 people, so it was pretty small.
No one listens to Iron Maiden where I am either. Like, still, like I'm like, hey, have you listened to Iron Maiden? They're like, who's that? I'm like, it's sad, but yeah.
Yeah. Got to get more into everything. Yeah. I played classical for quite a while. I'm kind of off and on with it. Like every few months, I'll try to hack away at it again. I was pretty serious about it for a while, but it's like, man, you got to really grind the stone on classical to get somewhere. You hit a lot of plateaus hard and fast, and it's a lot of grinding, and like, I don't know. It's fun. It is fun, but like to keep up with it is a lot of hard work, and I just really did.
It's like learning sweep picking for the first time.
Yeah, and I suck at sweep picking. I still alternate all my sweeps, man. Like I guess it's not even a sweep, but I alternate pick all my arpeggios pretty much because I can't really do the sweeps that well.
Yeah, I can't do that yet either. I'm working at it, but
Yeah, it's a whole like feeling thing. What kind of pick do you use? Just out of curiosity, 'cause I use the
I
3
got a
mil.
pick. This pick I got from Licks of the Beast. I believe it's a jazz
Yeah,
something.
kind
But if you know
of,
the YouTuber Licks of the Beast, I met him. That's what I use.
nice. Is he like
Holy cow!
another dude on here or something?
Yeah, he has 50,000 subs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's in an Iron Maiden tribute.
Like a band. That's cool, dude.
Yeah, they're called Maiden Canada. I actually have the shirt here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, their guitar player was in the chat actually today,
That's
earlier
so
with
cool,
Miz.
dude.
Yeah,
That's neat. That is really neat. Um, that's 3 millimeter. So
that's insane. How do you use a 3mm pick?
it's so like there was a short while where I was super into Angway Malmsteen, and like that was one of the things he recommended was using this 3 millimeter pick.
Yeah,
And I started to play with it, and it was just really comfortable, honestly. Um,
yeah,
and it allowed me to like really loosen up like my forearm tension a lot because it's so thick that like you don't have to put a lot of pressure on it to get like the same response you want out of the string. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like from a physics perspective, like it just hits hard without the same amount of force. And so like I just for me like it really really helped with alternate picking and trying to play like all the stuff I was trying to do at the time. And like look, I never like got super into Angway. I got
Yeah.
pretty far on like Far Beyond the Sun, like to where I could play it decently. I've got a video on my channel about it, but like that shit is so hard to do, dude.
It
Um,
sounds like it, yeah. I do
check
actually
this
have a
out.
thick pick.
What is that?
This one's super thick.
Dude, check this out. So my buddy Colin made this bad boy.
Holy cow! That's not even a guitar pick. What is that?
It is, man.
How are you
It is a
supposed to pick
pick.
anything with that?
So here's the thing, dude. It's surprisingly really cool. Like when you start to use this, like, and you can like have your fingers spaced out more, it's almost like you get a little bit more control or something. It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
I don't use it too often though, because the one thing I will say is like it goes flying out of my hands a lot. And I think it's
Oh
just
yeah, it
because
must be
like I hit the
slippery.
strings kind of weird, or like I'll hit the body weird, and it's like so big that like there's like just so much pressure against it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but it is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's like I bet it's like 15 millimeters or something. He made
Probably.
it himself though. He makes a ton of like really cool stuff like this. Like he makes
That's
like his own pick guards and stuff. Like he buys these like I don't know, like he buys these like blocks. Like this used to be like a giant rectangle. He made a bunch of these picks, right? Like
yeah,
carved all out of like this material or something.
that's awesome. Yeah, this is made of camel bone.
So did you guys make that or something?
So I got it from the lead singer of Maiden Canada, a Maiden tribute band. And
Yeah,
he's like, technically these are illegal, so I shouldn't be giving these out, but here you go. And I was like, oh, thanks. So it's
that's
awesome because it has a
crazy.
hole here. And the thing about camel bone is that it has no friction when you play. So it is super, super fast. If you learn to pick with a circular thing like that, you can get a really fast thing going.
Oh, dude, is that how you try to go in the circle?
Yeah.
Really? Did you like use one of those speed pick things to do that?
Not really. I just kind of relax my wrist and it just does the work for me.
Who's Maestro Stevie J86 Misery? Must be someone, huh? Let's check it out. Um,
We will look at that.
have you ever seen those picks? They're like they got like a diamond at the end of them.
Yeah, as like turned, it's like twisted.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen
dude, I
those.
beat the crap out of my picks. I definitely like. I think there's like for me, like I'll just grab the pick and start playing and not think too much about how I'm holding it, and then I'll be
Yeah.
playing for a while and I'll be like, damn it, like what am I doing?
Yeah, or like which edge is the sharp edge now? Because I only use the same pick until there's no pick left. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I mean, because I'll just like completely crush my fingernail here. Like it just,
Oh yeah.
because I'll just get downstroking like straight into that goddamn string really hard. I think that's why I'm
Yeah.
breaking a lot of strings too, honestly, because I was kind of inspecting my trem because I thought I had like some like buzz going on it or something, or some kind of like weird thing, but like it all seems really smooth. So I think I'm just whacking it too hard all the time.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I would always break the top string, the top E, because I'd go like and I'd hit it, I'd snap, and I'd be like, even if I just replace it, right? It's like,
Yeah. How often are you changing strings?
so
He's a
this is
superb
gonna
player.
trigger. This triggers a lot of people, but I only change them if I break a string.
Okay.
So
Like just one at a time.
yeah, but recently with the red one, I accidentally changed the gauge, so it's up a whole gauge. So playing it is an absolute hell right now, but because I've only had 3 days to get used to it since I've been sick, right? And it's not been horrible, but at the same time, it's also been horrible. But the new strings are nice, so
Yeah. But they're a gauge thicker, you said, huh?
yeah. So I'm running like tens.
Okay. How come?
Well, I didn't read the packaging when I put them on. I suffered the consequences. I just popped them on. It's like, there's because I was working at a guitar shop, and the guy's like, there's a difference between Fender R strings and Fender L strings, and I'm like, ah, I see. Once they're already on,
All right, I've been there, man.
so we had to reset the whole thing up.
Yeah, man. I remember going to the shops. Hey, I need some strings. What kind? Uh,
I don't know.
there's like a wall of like 100 string packs. You're like, uh,
Yeah, it's the brain just blanks. Like I think I'm a 10 to 52.
yeah, yeah, misery, man. It's the fingernail wear down, dude, for real. That's one
Oh
thing
yeah.
too. Like, really prevents me from playing classical guitar too, is because like my index just gets completely crushed, and then because you have to play with your nails, right?
Yeah.
So
Just get like fake nails that you can put on. Go
there
to your
actually
wife
are
and
ones.
say,
They're called Rico nails.
"Oh yeah, those. Yeah, you can put them on your finger." I was gonna say you could go to your wife and just ask her like crazy glue some fake nails on.
Yeah,
You know, she could be like, "I got you."
she could actually do it. She actually does like that line of work in real life, so she could totally do it.
Perfect, perfect. Look at that. It was meant to be. Or you could tape a bunch of guitar picks to your fingers, like we'll
Problem
do.
is, she'd be like, "Why am I doing that to you?"
It's like I just need it on my right hand.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, though, it's such an investment to play the classical. I got to be honest, man. Like you really got to put some time into it.
Oh yeah,
You can't just pick it up and play it. It's so hard to get back into like the complex fingerings and stuff.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
discipline. A lot of
This
discipline.
Misery says 1052s pure nickel. What kind of? So you're running 1052s, Misery? Damn. So that's you put what, like 1048s in probably though, Ghost?
Probably something like that.
Or 1046s, I think it is for the like the D'Addario gauge
Yeah.
that starts with 10 anyways. The XL 110s, I think. Mine are
Have you seen?
942s.
Oh yeah, that's what I usually run 942s, but
Yeah.
not this time. Did you see?
Right.
Elixir says their strings are made by hand. Do you know how that works?
Mm-mm.
Like, how do you make a guitar string by hand? That's wild.
Well, I think they are. I think like a lot of them are, aren't they?
I have no idea.
Like they just have like they just like grab something that just like starts spinning, right? Like I think I watched like one of the D'Addario videos on their website one time.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
I don't know what they mean by handmade, but I mean you could the guy's standing there holding it while it spins around. I guess I don't know.
Bro's like, no, we also wound it.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Think about how long that would take. Like, you'd have to pay $50 per string.
Right. There are some strings that are that expensive though. It's nuts.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I put some strings on this guy brought a bass guitar because I do like guitar repairs, and
Oh yeah.
this guy like brought a bass guitar by, and he wanted these taped strings put on there. Called. I've never heard of them before, but they
Yeah.
were like, they were like $60. They were bass strings. They were like nylon tape, but they were blue too. Like they were the coolest strings I've ever seen. And it
Yeah.
wasn't like the metal blue where it'll wear off. Like they were like blue all the way through.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, so not like these ugly green strings on this guitar that have worn completely out.
Yeah, like those are super cool when you put them on, but then they wear out right away. It's like, ah, oh, come on.
Yeah, these strings are over 8 years old though, so
Oh my gosh, man,
yeah.
bro, come on.
I'm not changing these ones.
No,
No, I don't play this one often.
Picado Maxima Gold. Are those some strings or something? Those must be some really fancy strings.
Yeah. You play 10 to 60?
Damn.
Jeez. Bro, I feel my fingers crying. At that point, you have a bass string.
10 to 60 though. That must be like some real heavy shit.
Yeah.
That's got to be like some drop down, right? Like drop C, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like drop C and a half right there. It's insane.
Yeah, the color flakes off. Totally, man. Picado is one, Maxima is another. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess I honestly don't know about that. It's to get drop A. He's like, hell no, I'm going even lower than that, boys.
Omar says he plays that number DR, whatever that is.
That's like a power cable.
Yeah, for real, bros. Bro, yeah, you know those giant like things going to the what is it called? Electrical towers, and
Yeah.
then you have the support rods. It's like that.
He's out there with like a hammer. I'm gonna play
Yeah.
this.
Check out the new axe. They need a literal axe.
That's cool.
You guys usually play standard tuning? Yes, we do. I do, at least. I don't know if Raider does, but I do.
Yeah, I play standard tuning. Mm-hmm. I guess that's all I've ever played, honestly. A little bit of drop D, but not too much.
Yeah.
Golden
I have
Gates.
my black set up for complete D, like it's D in tuning a D, like full step.
It's in D.
Yes, full step down.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should do that. You know, I was watching some of the new Metallica, and I didn't realize like they tune everything down. I was like, man, maybe I should try that.
Yeah. Was that just for lives or for studio too?
I don't know. I was just watching
Then,
them play live. Like they're really cool, like new crazy tour they're on.
oh yeah. Yeah, I was gonna see that, but like it's so expensive, and I'm like, nah, I can't afford that.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
It is a little bit of a dilemma. There's so many good bands though, but I have been fortunate to see them a few times. Have you ever heard of like their it's a what's it called, Cunning Stunts tour? They've got a movie on it.
It rings a bell, but I can't put my finger on it for sure.
Yeah, so like that was my first time ever seeing them live. I think I was like maybe 11, 12.
Yeah.
And I went with my brother, a bunch of his friends, because he's like 5 years older than me. So he drugged me along, and I think the whole idea behind Cunning Stunts was they had all these crazy stunts like from the scaffolding. So like we're watching the show, and all of a sudden like everything stops, but like a dude falls off the ceiling. There's like all this weird shit going on, like the power goes out, and like then they're just playing with like a little mini amp and like just like a single light on like the band, you know, just like real like intimate kind of stuff. There's like I think a few more accidents or something, but then I remember like they released a DVD on it like after that, you know, and it was pretty cool, I guess. Just in hindsight, like realize you got to kind of see that like live, you know, not that like what I saw was in the footage or anything of the video, but just knowing that that was kind of the tour they were on was pretty cool.
Yeah. I also see Sykes as his 3D printed Rhodes. So he actually 3D printed a guitar in if you've seen Sovereign King server,
Yeah,
this guy
dude.
3D printed a guitar. It's
Yeah,
insane looking. He has it like hexagons and all that crap. It's beautiful.
yeah. That dude's ripping too, man. That dude's
Oh
crushing.
yeah. Oh, Sovereign King is crazy, yeah. And Pete Metal Show? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I know. It's so cool to just I don't know, just meet all these people playing guitar and stuff. It's super
Yeah,
neat.
it's a community. It brings us together, you know?
Yeah, it's super cool. It's all super new for me, man. So it's just
Yeah.
it's really neat. It's cool to see so many people, and I guess it's a lot of the older stuff too. I really
Yeah.
appreciate that. I think it's really neat and cool. You know,
Exactly.
um, this is I don't know. It's a lot of fun. I just like playing. Just doing
Yeah.
what seeing what happens. So yeah, I agree. Misery. I got to
Yeah.
study his singing.
Oh man, I've tried singing. I can't right now because I'm sick. But like I've tried so many times. It's so hard to get the range of Bruce Dickinson. Oh my god,
Yeah,
it's
he does have
difficult.
pretty cool range. He's got
Oh
that
yeah,
growl going on. Like I was watching him today, dude, and he's playing. I think was it Leper Messiah? It was some Metallica song, but he was just like doing normal singing, and then just like into a growl for like a verse. It was like, okay,
yeah.
that's pretty sick. I was digging it.
I
Plus,
do have
he's
to go
playing
in
a King
7
V,
minutes.
so
Pardon?
Plus, he's playing a King V, so I'm a little
Yeah,
partial to the guys with the V's. But I do love Jacksons too. You know that.
yeah. I do have to go in 7 minutes, unfortunately. So
No, that's cool. Same. I
yeah,
should probably wrap up pretty quick here too.
I
So,
was gonna ask if you could give any aspiring guitar player any advice. What would you give them? Like, what is your number one advice for an aspiring musician?
um, uh, geez, like as a guitar player or as
Yeah,
like I want to be a professional musician.
both if you want.
I think they're very different.
Yeah.
Um, I would say like if you just want to be a good guitar player, like you gotta just keep grinding, And it's kind of
Yeah.
difficult at first, but you really got to do it. You know, I think the best thing you can do is learn songs and keep playing them. If you can find someone to play drums with, that'll help out a ton. Or just, I mean, now I got all these backing tracks on command, so it's like
Oh yeah.
so sick. Like my dilemma in the past is like my guitars were always like a little out of tune from the records, you know. And I had a
Yeah,
Floyd
'cause
Rose, and I wasn't really
oh,
good at like getting it dialed perfectly in. And
oh, I suck
I had
at
one
that.
of like those cheap, licensed Jackson ones back in the day. So you're always kind of screwing around with it, trying to get it right. And
Yeah.
and so yeah, it was just a little bit of a battle to ever get it like perfect with the albums to play along, and, like be happy doing it. But like now you can just queue up backing tracks or anything, so it's like really sick.
Yeah.
And it's
Exactly.
just really cool. But I think like if you're trying to be a professional musician, man, like I think that's a whole other different like stone to grind that. Honestly, I don't know a ton about. To be honest with you, I never really was a professional musician. I'm really just a hobbyist, man. Like kind of do it on the side. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, just to share, like I'm super like into like coding and software and development and stuff like that in the RL. I guess so.
Yeah. I've seen your AI art. It's incredible. The man in the padded cell work you did was beautiful.
Yeah, dude, use that. I love doing that stuff. It's so much
Yeah.
fun. I've been having so much fun making AI art.
Yeah.
It's
Y-
cool. And I've got like such a great vision on it because like I just like the more I read about it, it's like I see people that just, you got some people like me, like I'm just doing, maybe paragraph or two of prompting. But now
Yeah.
like I've learned that people are just taking it to like extreme. I've got like a 10-page prompt going through like, multiple details of like what a picture should be like down to like everything you can imagine about it from like lighting and coloring and hues and like feeling and emotion
Yeah.
and all the different elements and this this like this very structured and long thing and it's like that's like super intriguing honestly and then like how can I I guess where my mind goes, just because I do a lot of like stuff like that, is like, how can I kind of automate that and like just kind of feed it
Yeah.
pieces to like build it out quick.
Yeah, because
So
a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? If you type out 1,000 words, you're gonna get a
yeah,
masterpiece, guaranteed.
yeah, no, it's fun.
Yeah. Maiden, you should do a guitar battle with Brody. Bro, I'll lose to Brody. He's really good. He's only been playing a
Yeah,
year.
man,
This guy is
he's pretty
incredible.
good. He's good,
Yeah.
dude. I've watched him a few times.
He's only been playing a year.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Misery was a professional, dude. Have you ever checked out his channel, man?
I have not, but I will check it out right now. Hold up. Let's see.
Yeah, he's in like toured all over the world. It's like a tribute band, right? Did you
Yeah.
guys ever do originals to Misery, or was it all just the tribute stuff?
Let me make sure I'm subbed to him.
Yeah, he's really good too, man. He's got
I'm
some
now
video.
subbed to you. Dang. Wow. Wow. This is you? Damn.
Yeah,
I've been.
he's got a website where there's some even older stuff. I'm just gonna let him
Dang.
know, man. That's even better, man. You know, the older stuff's always the best, right?
Yeah. Wow. That is mad impressive.
I know, right? It's cool. See, that's what I mean. Like, I think it's so cool to meet everyone on here. Um,
Yeah.
Misery established 1991. That's so crazy, man. I was, still playing with X-Men toys and
Yeah. Marvel Legends. I heard about your collection. You were talking about that. That's cool.
yeah, yeah. Maybe someday we'll share that. I don't know about
That'd be
quite
sick.
yet.
That's fair.
Might
That's
be
fair.
might be a little overwhelming. Might be like you
It's
might
probably
start
like a
early.
wall, a wall of them.
Well, I'm not exactly a spring chicken, and I have been collecting for a really really long time. So I'll just say
Yeah.
that. I'll just say,
Okay. Epic. Well, I'm gonna let you go, but thank you
yeah,
so
man,
much.
super cool,
This
dude.
was
Good to see
awesome.
ya. Yeah,
We should do some collabs more often. We should do like some song covers together. That'd be cool.
yeah, for sure, dude, for
But
sure.
yeah.
All right,
Well,
all
it was
right.
an honor having you here. So yeah.
Thank you, man. It was really good to be on here and talk to you, dude.
It's
And
awesome,
keep
man.
supporting the channel, man. So rock on, keep it going, bro.
Oh yeah. Up those irons, guys. Have
Hell
a
yeah,
great night and
yeah.
see y'all soon.
See ya.
All right.
See you,
See ya.
dude.
See ya.